Welcome back! My name is ballerscuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1985. Today, we're going to talk about Commando. The story of Commando takes us back to Capcom. We have talked about Capcom before. They were responsible for 1942. For Commando, Capcom turned to Tokuro Fujiwara. Tokuro Fujiwara originally was hired by Konami in 1982 and had developed two games for them, Puyon and Rock and Rope. Puyon is a 1982 arcade shooter where the player controls Mama Pig, who must shoot wolves with slabs of meat to rescue her children. Rock and Rope is a 1983 platform arcade game where the player controls an archaeologist who must climb rocky platforms to reach a phoenix. Both games would be moderately successful. However, Fujiwara would leave Konami for Capcom after those two games. His first game for Capcom was Pirate Ship Higemaru, in which the player controls a pirate who must throw objects across a pirate ship to defeat his enemies. This was one of the earliest Capcom games, released in 1984. Based on Fujiwara's past success, Capcom turned to him for some of their more advanced titles. Tamayo Kawamoto, one of the first musicians hired at Capcom, would design the music for the game. Commando, which has no relation to the 1985 film, is an arcade shooter. The player plays as a soldier named Super Joe. Super Joe is dropped off by a helicopter in a jungle and must fight his way through waves of enemies in order to get out. Super Joe has a rifle with unlimited ammo as well as a limited supply of grenades. The rifle can shoot in 8 different directions, but the grenades can only be thrown straight ahead. As the player goes through the levels, the player can rescue prisoners of war as they are transported across the screen. There are 8 levels in total. At the end of each level, the player will face a gate or fortress. Capcom released Commando to Japanese arcades on April 2nd, 1985, where it was known as Senjo no Okami, or Wolf of the Battlefield. Commando was released to North American arcades in May 1985 by Data East, and European arcades in July 1985 by Capcom themselves. That is a brief backstory to Commando. With that now told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. This is Commando. As you can see, copyright 1985 by Capcom. There's Commando for us. This is a short game. Hey, Higemaru made the list. This is a short game, and it's an arcade game, which means it's going to be difficult. That's just kind of the nature of arcade games in 1985. They don't give us a lot here. They just want you to put the quarter in and go. So let's go ahead and do it. As I said, this is going to be a hard game, so I don't have a lot of high expectations for myself. I'm hoping to make it to the first gate, and we'll see what happens after that. Like, that's about it for me. Let's go ahead and get in. And we've been dropped off. We are a one-man wrecking crew at this point. This game, I don't know. It is vaguely Vietnam. Where would you say we are? I would say Vietnam is what they're going for. Nope. You gotta be careful, not only of their bullets, but I don't believe you can run into them. There's some grenades for me. Get out of there. Shoot the prisoner? Like, well, okay. No. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Nah, there we go. There's the first death. You knew it was gonna come sooner or later. Okay, deal with the mortar guy. Can I don't think I... Yeah, don't even know what hit me there. It could have been a person, could have been a bullet. I didn't see anything. That was a bullet. That was it? Wow. All right. That was terrible. We're going to try that again. Yeah, that's not... That's not worth anything. Let's go ahead and put that in. Hey, I made number 7 on the list. So I guess I'm better at the game than I thought. But like I said, this game's hard and it feels like I'm bad. But that's just because the game's, relatively short. There's only 8 levels. We made it basically through, I think, 1 of them. So, like, there's not a lot going on. Don't run into the enemies. I need to use grenades more often, but I don't know. I never see the opportunity for it. That was a good one, but I didn't throw it far enough there. Just gonna... Nope! I think that was a bullet that got me. Yeah, the gates! They're perilous. Just make a break for it. Okay, now these guys are getting smarter hiding behind cover, but they need to shoot more. Look how fast I'm shooting, and they're barely shooting at all. They give me so many grenades. I need to use them. Okay, there's the gate, and down I go. Like immediately on getting to the gate. Yeah, there's grenades for me. Just run around and hope for the best. I'm trying to concentrate here. Not the best, but we're doing okay, I think. I made it to the first real stop here. No! Yeah, there we go. There's just too many enemies for me to take on. Let's call that a good one. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it'll fit, but we will try. Definitely not. I've come across this issue several times before. Ballerscuba. I got 2nd place. Not bad. All right, I think we're gonna try one more time. The game goes quick. It is a bit of a quarter eater. We'll see what we can do. But once again, vaguely Vietnam. I'm going to say Vietnam, and yeah, once again, I'm just like the best soldier of all time. You can't tell me that I didn't take out like 30, 40 guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how the military normally works. Send in one guy. Just kind of hope for the best here. Tried to rescue him, couldn't quite do it. Okay. Just gonna go through there. I keep on getting caught on things. And I'm just trying to make distance here. And down I go. That's what happens when you try to go for distance and don't try to clear things out. I feel like he shot at an angle that I can't shoot at. They all do, really, but the same thing, same exact thing. All right, let's go left then. Screw that guy. All right. No! Down I go. Alright, that's about all I got in me. I tried to hit the gate with a grenade, hoping that would help, but nobody was there by the time it landed. It's just the grenade doesn't go as far as I would like, to be honest. Like small issue, but there you go. There we go. 2nd and 4th place. I'm gonna call that good enough because we've hit the point where I'm only going to play worse because of the button mashing that I have to do. So that is Commando. That is the game played, and with the gameplay, it's time to talk about how it holds up today. playing the game today, I did have fun playing Commando for the short period of time that I was able to do it before my thumb started wearing out a bit. But that is because I'm on a setup that the game was not originally designed for. If I was on the original arcade game, I would be able to play it longer. I'm not sure I'd be able to play it that much better, though. With that said, the game's fun. It is a game where you basically get put down in the jungle and you have to shoot enemies. It's very straightforward, and for 1985 sometimes that's just what you want. Hit the button and go. You don't need any explanations, you don't need a demo, just shoot and hope for the best. With that said, there's a few things in the game that I would like to see improved personally for my tastes. I would like the bullets that I shoot to go all the way across the screen. That would be nice, instead of just kind of a limited thing. The enemy stuff goes all the way across the screen, so why can't mine? I would like to see kind of less enemies. Maybe that's just me. The game is a little bit too difficult, I would say, for my tastes, but it's understandable. It's not necessarily a very long game. It's only 8 levels. We made it to the end of the first, so they make the game difficult so that people can't just walk up and beat it the first time that they play it. I understand, but it is still a difficult game. With that said, though, the graphics hold up well, the sound holds up pretty well, even though there's not really a lot of gunfire or anything like that in the game. I think that would detract from the game to hear the gunfire all the time, so I think that having no sound on some aspects of it is probably the better way to go, or at least minimal sound on it. The gameplay is good. I think everything holds up well. If you are interested in the history of shooters, or you like what we will call the run and gun genre, this is definitely a game worth checking out. Put a quarter in, see if you can even make it to the end of the first level. Like I said, it is difficult. There's just a lot coming at you at any given point. And that's my modern take on the game. When it was released, the game would be very popular. By the end of the year, Commando became the world's top arcade game at the time, popular in all 3 markets where it was released. Critics at the time also enjoyed the game, particularly the graphics, gameplay, and sound. As time has gone on, Commando has more or less retained its positive reputation. It will occasionally make lists of the best video games of all time. Commando would also be quite influential. The game is seen as one of the first run-and-gun video games, and is credited with popularizing the genre. Commando would see several computer ports released by Elite in November 1985. These versions would also become very popular, becoming a bestseller in the United Kingdom and selling over 200,000 units in North America. Commando would see other ports as well as sequels and re-releases. We will keep an eye on some of the others as we continue. With their biggest success to date, Capcom continued their climb in the video game industry. They would use this to continue to create video games, and we will hear from Capcom again. As for Tokuro Fujiwara and Tamayo Kawamoto, they would also continue to create video games. We will hear from both of them again in the future as well. That will do it for the story of Commando for now. My name is ballerscuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we take flight.